Hello, welcome to Love and Relationship. My name is Ndun Indun. Today I want to talk about having a vision for your marriage. To have a vision for your marriage is to prepare to succeed in your marriage. Nothing works in life without a vision. Vision is a very important thing in your marriage. And the Bible says in Proverbs 29 verse 18, it says, where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So in other words, people easily give up because they don't have a destination. Vision is like a destination of your marriage. Vision is simply the kind of marriage you want to build. So people cast off restraint. They give up when the marriage is going nowhere. I believe you've heard this a couple of times where people say, this marriage is going nowhere. So in other words, let's take a break. So it means that the marriage has no vision, it has no direction, so the people cannot continue. So whatever does not have a vision can be led anywhere, in any direction, can be distracted. It is important that you have a vision for your marriage. Vision is a very important thing in achieving success in your marriage. So your vision is simply what you want to achieve in your marriage, what you want to see, what kind of marriage you want to establish. When you have a vision, then you and your partner can now work together to achieve that vision in your marriage. For instance, myself and my wife, we agreed to build an enjoyable marriage. So having an enjoyable marriage was our vision when we began. And it simply means that we have to do everything to achieve that vision. So there are some things that, I want to do or she wants to do. And we need to ask ourselves, will this help us to have an enjoyable marriage? And if it doesn't, then we have to drop it. So vision now gives direction to what should be done in the marriage and what should not be done. I've seen some marriages that anything can happen there. People just behave the way they like. It's simply because there is no vision. Where there is a vision, there is direction, and now people are able to know where to go and what to do. Anything without a vision is going nowhere and will achieve little or nothing. Marriage is given to every couple as a beautiful virgin garden to cultivate what they want to harvest from it. So for you to know what to cultivate, you must first know what you want to harvest from it. So what you want to harvest from your marriage becomes the vision, which is where you want the marriage to go. So when you know the vision, you can now know what to do and what not to do. It is important to establish a vision in every area of your marriage. What do you want to achieve in your sex life? What do you want to achieve in your spiritual life? What do you want to achieve in these areas of your marriage? So when you know what you want to achieve, it's easy to sacrifice. It's easy to do whatever you have to do. Now, vision is very important because for two people to walk in the same direction, they must agree on something. They must agree on the destination where they are going. You see, you can just jump into a taxi, and because you and the driver have agreed on where you are going, and you can relax and know that the driver is taking you to where you are going. Sometimes it takes a different route and you still relax and know that you're going there because both of you have agreed on going on a certain destination. It's the same thing with marriage. If you want to go to a certain destination and your spouse has not agreed on that, or your spouse is not on that with you, then there will be an issue. So it is easy to sit down and now just discuss. What kind of marriage do we want to build? Do you want to build? You can ask your spouse that, and your spouse can also ask you, and both of you can now adopt a certain vision that suits both of you and say, okay, this is our destination. We want to have a happy marriage. We want to have an enjoyable marriage. We want to have a marriage that is without tears, without struggle, without suffering. This is what we want to do. And when both of you have agreed on that, it is very easy to now work towards that. There will be challenges, but you see, because this is something both of you agree, you can work it out together. One of the challenges I see in marriage is when one person institutes something and the other one did not have an opinion in that situation. So the other one now feels that that is your own project. You decided on it, you did not consult me. So it becomes a challenge. But when you agree together, you can work together. Two cannot work together except they agree. And vision is that thing that will help you to be able to work together. Now, vision can be seen as your headlight. If you're driving in the night, I believe that the world we are is a dark world and many things happen. But you see, when your headlight is bright, you can drive through successfully in the night in a dark place, and you can see your way because you know where you are going. So when your vision is clear, it's like having a bright headlight, and you can travel with speed to wherever you want to go because you can see your way. It is very important to have a clear vision where you and your spouse agree that this is what we want to achieve. And another thing is that when you have agreed on your vision, you also have to implement it. Having an agreement is one thing, practicing it is another thing. So when you have agreed, make up your mind to practice it. Make up your mind to put away the things that can distract you. Make up your mind to put aside your weaknesses, to put aside, the sins that easily beset you, so you can achieve your goal together. Your marriage is very important. I've seen some people that is after they separate or divorce, they now realize how important their marriage was. Sometimes it's too late. I want you to know today that your marriage is very important. Marriage is very important to God. And that's why the Bible likens Christ and the church to marriage. So when your marriage is not working, you may not be able to focus on any other thing in your life. You may not be able to succeed properly as you should, even in other things in your life. So it is time to pay attention to your marriage and do what is right in it. And make sure that you work together with your spouse. Have a vision and make sure that you achieve that vision in your marriage. Several times things happen and people forget what they agreed together. You have to learn to remind yourselves of what you wanted to achieve. Remind yourself of where you are going and make sure you show forth the actions that will take you there. And when you have a vision, it's easy for you to reject things that do not line up with your vision. When you are married, you find out that people want to have a say in your marriage. People want to show you where to go. Maybe your parents, maybe your friends, maybe people around you. But if you have a vision, you can know that, no, this advice, it suits with my vision, fine, I take it, but this one does not work with my vision, so I cannot take this advice, I can't take this counsel, this is what I want to do. Vision is simply you and your wife agreeing on the kind of marriage you want to build. And when you have agreed on that, anything you must receive must be a raw material that will help you achieve that. You don't just see things on the TV and you practice it. I've seen a lot of times where people, practice things that they see on TV and it doesn't work out in their marriage, or things that they see in other people's marriage and it doesn't work out in theirs. Don't compare your marriage to another person's marriage. Your marriage is unique to you. Your marriage is unique to you and your spouse. Make sure you do that which will work out well in your marriage. This is very important. It is a very important thing to agree on a vision with your spouse before you begin. And don't assume things. You see, when you have agreed, it helps you to read out assumptions. Wrong assumptions become a problem in a relationship, because it's like you assume that your spouse will do this and your spouse thinks that you will do it, and the thing doesn't get done because both of you assume something. Or you assume that your spouse likes things this way and your spouse also assume you like things this way, and it doesn't work out. But if you speak out, when you communicate what is in your heart to your spouse and your spouse communicate what is in her heart, then you can understand that, oh, this is what we have in our minds, but is it the right thing? Is not the right thing? Okay, this is the right way. This is the right thing we want to do. And both of you agree. There is power in unity. There is power in agreement. And agreement works when there is a vision. So if you're married now and you never had a vision in your marriage, sit down with your partner and draw up a vision for your marriage. If you are about to get married and you don't even know what kind of marriage you want to build, it's high time you sit down with your partner and say, what kind of marriage do you want to see? This is the kind of marriage I want to see. Do you like what I desire? And do I like what you desire? So you can now both, work things out and agree on a common vision. You must have one vision for both of you. So whatever vision you want and your spouse want, make sure that you can make it one. And it becomes the focus of your marriage. So you can work out things together. So I would like to wrap up there today. Don't forget to have a vision for your marriage. Go to our website and also get our books. You can get any of the books that you want to with a donation of at least $5 to support our program and to support our events. And until next time, God bless.
You may visit our website for details of our events and register at www.livingasoneevents.com. You can also get our books on relationships. We also do counseling for couples and singles who want to make the right decisions regarding their relationships. For more info, please contact us on 078 255 4517 or email us at livingasoneevents@gmail.com. God bless you.